Today we are going to go into mermaid pose. So you don't need to worry about exactly what it looks like. It's a version or a variation from your pigeon pose. So taking you to lift up and open your heart. And one block will be good for your practice today, or a thick book if you have something nearby. And then we're going to start standing at the top of your mat. So you can just bring your hands to heart center and close your eyes. So we just take this time to feel your feet upon the ground. Feel yourself a little bit more in the present moment and a little bit more connected to your practice ahead. Just taking a few breaths to clear the mind. As you come to open your eyes, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms around and up, breath in. And exhale, forward fold on your breath out. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, fold. Do that again. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. This time, inhale, lengthen. And as you tense your fingers, step your right foot back to low lunge. Soften the right knee down. Untuck your right toes and inhale your arms up. And then slowly release your hands down. So you're going to bring your left knee over your ankle. And this is where your block can come in handy if you want to bring your hand onto your block or onto your thigh. And then the right heel, the right knee bends, bringing your right heel to your glute, catching the big toe side of your foot. And if you're okay here, you can begin to wiggle the foot into the crook of the elbow. So either way is fine. And then slowly releasing your foot down. Bring your hands to frame your front foot, lift up your right knee, easy twist, right hand down, left arm reaches up. Lower your left hand down and let's step back to downward facing dog. So hips high. Inhale, roll out to plank pose, and exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. As you untuck your toes, we're going to take half frog. So you're going to bring your right heel towards your glute, catching the big toe side of your foot. So from here, on your belly, you're going to extend your left arm forward, and we're going to take half floor bow. So the right hand comes back, catch the big toe side of your foot. So as you press your foot into your hand and lift up, the left arm also lifts up. And then we're going to release this down and switch sides. So the right hand comes forward, left hand catches the big toe side of your foot and lift. Press the foot into the hand and release this down. Bring your hands under your shoulders, knees wide, big toes touch. Just a full breath in child's pose. Downward facing dog, bring the hips forward and lift the hips high. Walk your feet up to the top of the mat. When you arrive, take an inhale, long spine, and exhale, fold. Root to rise, press down, sweep the arms up. So big breath in, scoop it up. And then exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. As you tent the fingers, so you're just stepping back lightly. Left foot steps back, and then soften your left knee down. Again, we'll take an Anjane first. Inhale your arms up. So the right knee is bending forward. And now as you release your hands, the right knee is over the ankle. And from here, you can bring the block onto the left side if you'd like. Right hand onto the right side. Right hand either onto the block or onto the thigh, and then reach back and catch your foot. So you can stay here, just holding onto the foot, or you can begin to wiggle your foot into the crook of your elbow. And then let's slowly release this down. From here, tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, easy twist. Left hand down, right arm reaches up. Drawing your right hip crease back in space and lifting up the left knee a little bit higher. And then lower the right hand down, and let's step back, downward facing dog, hips high. From here, inhale your right leg back and up and hug your knee in, step it through, warrior one. So plant the left foot down on your mat, inhale your arms up. So feel the grounding in both of your feet. And then from here, interlace your hands behind your back, draw your knuckles down, open your heart and throat, and bow forward. Crown of the head down, knuckles up, gazing back towards your left foot. And then slowly release your hands down and come to lizard pose. So the hands come to the inside of the right foot, the left heel spirals up and lengthens back. So you can have your hands down to the inside of your foot. You can also drop your left knee down. You can bring your forearms onto a block. Okay, and then from here, as you plant your hands, the left knee is down, and you can bring your right hand onto a block as you bring your left hand back, and again, catch your foot. And then let's release this down. Move your block out of the way, lift up your back knee, and step back to downward facing dog. Right foot meets left in the back of the mat. Pedal out the feet, especially that right side, feel a release. And then we'll come to the other side, left leg back and up, hug your knee in, step it through, warrior one. Right foot plants down, inhale your arms up. And then interlace your hands, so always trying to go for that opposite interlace as you draw your knuckles down and your heart open. And on your exhale, fold down. So left shoulder to the inside of the knee. You can even use your left shoulder to open the left knee up a little bit more. As you drop your head down, knuckles up. And then slowly release your hands, lizard pose. So hands to the inside of your left foot, wiggle the right leg back. So your fingers are in line with your left toes. And then again, you have the option, you can drop the knee. You can hold it lifted if you'd like, knowing we are gonna be dropping it down. And you can come to forearms or keep the arms straight. And then from here, your left hand is down, maybe onto a block. And then your right hand reaches back, catch the big toe side of your foot. And then slowly release that out. Remove your block, lift up your right knee, downward facing dog, step back. Inhale your right leg back and up and come to pigeon pose. So right knee behind your wrist and the left leg is long behind you. So you're setting up for resting pigeon, which is going to lead us to mermaid. So just take a few breaths and you can lower onto your forearms if you'd like. So let's try not to go all the way down in this pigeon, like forehead down. Let's just stay at a pose like this, where you still feel more energized and lifted. And then from here, as you walk your fingertips back up, so the block might help you here. So as you bring your block maybe towards the center of your mat, so the right hand either goes in the middle of the mat or onto a block. Left heel towards your glute, reach back, catch the big toe side of your foot. And then again, you're here, so you really want to be lifting up, right? You have more of a sinking sensation in pigeon, and you want to lift that up. And then if you can wiggle the foot into the crook of your elbow, you can stay there. And then the right hand, you just maybe one finger at a time, get a little bit lighter. So start to feel that sensation of opening and lifting. And if you can lift up your hand, maybe you're here, and then maybe you're here. And we just go until you bring your hand and connect them behind your back. So always finding breath wherever you land. Doesn't matter how far you go, just find breath. And then we'll slowly, right, without flinging the left leg, lower it down. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, right leg back and up, three-legged dog, and come to downward facing dog. Awesome, whatever you just did, very good job. Let's go to the other side, left leg back and up, and then half pigeon on the other side. So knee behind the wrist, right leg is long behind you. So again, we're just squaring off the hips and we're coming like halfway down. So onto the forearms. And then now go ahead, walk the hands up so the hand can also be on this block underneath the left hand to get a little bit more lift. Bring the right hand, catch the big toe side of your foot, and wiggle the foot to the crook of the elbow. So again, you want to start to find this openness through the belly and through the chest. So slowly, maybe one finger at a time, start to lift the fingertips up and see if you can keep lifting the fingertips up and maybe connecting the hands behind the head. And then find breath, breathing in and breathing out, so wherever you go. And then let's slowly bring the left hand down, and then gently as you release the foot, release it back. And from here we're going to shift onto the left hip. Let's swing the legs around. So swing the legs around in front of you. Extend the legs, shake that out. And then from here, we're gonna come to a forward fold, so releasing the flesh from underneath your seat. And let's walk the hands forward, forward, forward. Let the toes go soft and let the head drop down. This is actually more of a yin variation. It's caterpillar pose instead of your yang Paschimottanasana. So kind of letting the body be, letting it do what it needs to do to fold in without overthinking or over trying or pushing or pulling. And then slowly just draw the hands back up. Go ahead, cross your legs, hands down onto your knees, so feel some grounding. And then just feel some space here. So close the eyes. And recognize that your mat is like your workshop. It's your laboratory. It's where you create, where you design, where you let go. So just notice if there's any lingering, I did this or I didn't do that, or anything that's going through your mind, and recognize that you are here to create, to try to express yourself in a different way than you do off your mat. As you bring your hands to heart center, bow your head down towards your prayer hands and just give yourself a very simple thank you. As you lift your chin up off your chest and open your eyes, have a beautiful day. Namaste.